Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. How's everyone doing? Let me turn off this view real quick. That did not work. Did I write it wrong? Oh no, it's because I have a new setup. Yeah, right. Okay. Let me do this and okay. Yeah, I have a slightly new setup that lets me have two presets. You can see here it's just called underscore, so it's easy to write. And I have preset 1 and 2, and one of them is for stream start and the other one is for be right back. Yeah, I'm just slightly improving the systems as I go. And oh yeah, this actually doesn't work. Okay, yeah, it's every time I build something new in the system, something breaks, and I always have to fix it on stream. It's this one. So let's turn it off. Turn cinematic camera on again, and here we go. Yeah, I can fix that on stream in a few minutes. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? I have been uploading shorts on YouTube and TikTok, and I'm not sure if the algorithm was on my side or if that's just how it normally goes with this kind of content. But yeah, it was actually pretty successful, which I didn't quite expect. I thought, yeah, maybe like 10, 20 views, like if I'm lucky. No, so it was 800 on the first on YouTube, 600 right now on the second, then a little bit of an unlucky one, 5 on TikTok for the first, but then lucky again, 300 on the second on TikTok. And yeah, I really did. It doesn't work again, does it? Okay, something is clearly not working here. Let me fix that real quick before we get into talking more. Um, let's just turn all of these off for now. I would guess it's because of that. Let me turn the sidebar on. Not below name. I can type. Oh, sidebar. Okay. Manager. And let's see. If I turn cinematic camera. Oh, it gets turned off instantly. Okay, something is turning off cinematic camera. What is doing that? My guess would be something. Oh no, I am stupid. I turned off the wrong comment block line. It's the one at the very top. Yeah, that's totally my bad. So now, yeah, okay, that works. No. Okay. Yeah, so sorry about that. There's technical issues are to be expected at the beginning of my streams at this point. Um, but yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I definitely want to keep going. So Shorts and TikTok seems to be a very, very good idea, and it really motivated me to keep going. Yeah, it doesn't take too much time. Like after stream, I edit for maybe up to an hour, not much longer, depending on what video I'm editing exactly. And then I can upload it the next day. And yeah, it's been really nice to see how much the algorithm is actually trying to push my videos. And I'm really glad about that. So the plan for today is definitely finish most of the lower district of the capital city. And then I want to start building the wall to separate the lower and middle district. But as you can see, there's a redstone block on top of this tree. And that is what I want to do. Firstly, wasting a little bit of time. And I want to take all of the oak trees that I've built for the forest and copy them into my clipboard. Or not clipboard, into my what is it called? Reset? Yeah, something like that. This menu right here. I've actually done one already. That's why the redstone block was there. It's just a marker. Wait, can I change? Oh yeah, I can actually change mega mode without having a chat message appear. And that's what I want to do because there's actually a very nice it's blueprints, not presets. There's actually a nice blueprint painter, and having all my trees in there could come in handy at one point. And yeah, I just want to copy and paste everything in, so it's easier to use in later maps. Okay, so let me check something real quick. Okay, this is working. Then let's fix some common block stuff and get going, right? Turn off shadows firstly because it's performance heavy. Let me actually show you real quick what I meant by the blueprint painter. We have this stamp tool right here that I for a long time didn't know what it did because I didn't bother looking at it. But as you can see right now, it takes the blueprints that I've selected in here and just pastes them in, randomly rotated, and what do I know, and flipped. And you can customize a lot of it. So if I decrease the spread, the spacing, you can see they are much closer together. It's a much more dense forest. And yeah, that is actually a very, very nice feature. And just for the sake of it, I would like to copy all of my oak trees in there, so it's easier to reuse them at a later point. Not this one because it's, oh well, maybe this one I can still edit it after placing, right? But yeah, we have a lot of custom trees built up here, and all of them are handmade. Not a single one is the same as the other, which might actually be a problem for the trees that are very close together because I need to separate them in a way, but it's not going to be a problem. I can just copy them as a whole and then separate them after placing them somewhere else. And yeah, like let's count. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 trees. The pine trees are only 9, so it's almost double, which is crazy. I didn't know that I have built so many trees. But yet they all look very, very similar to each other, I must admit that. So there's not too much difference in between all the trees, which, yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, but probably, I don't think anyone will notice. But yeah, this one has a redstone block on top because I have actually copied this one in already, and I want to keep going, and then we can do comment block stuff for a while. Freehand select this one, and oh yeah, there's a fallen stem. Let me decrease the size a little bit, and then just hope that I don't select any trees from the background. That would be bad. But I guess we're fine here. Yeah, and then what I do, simple, it's Control C and Control P. And what is that? What have I... Oh, I have copied. Okay, that's not good, but at least we noticed. Let me do that again. That's of course not the plan. I only want this tree for now. I'll probably also make it easier for myself by using the magic select. I'll actually try that with the next tree. Okay, slow and careful. We have everything. Copy and P. And it's oak tree number 2. Save. Okay, a little window opened in my file explorer. And yeah, let's just place a redstone block on top so I know that this one is now also taken. And we can keep going. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to not accidentally take any other trees in or any other blocks that use the same palette. Ah, yeah, I knew it. There was a little hole in here and I conveniently hovered right underneath it. Okay, does Control Z act? Oh no, wait, that was the wrong. I'm always confused with Control Z and Control Y. Why? No, it's what is the letter? Well, you know what I mean. Because of the different keyboard types, and I always confused. Like some programs stick with a different layout, and some stick with the one I use, and it's just a mess of trying to figure out which program uses which keyboard style. And yes, I could customize it, but I didn't. Okay, do we have everything from this tree? This doesn't seem like a very good method to me, honestly. Yeah, let's switch over to freehand select and just be a little bit more careful now. Yeah, I could also just look up, right? That might be a little bit more safe. Okay, now again, Control C, Control P, oak tree number 3. That's correct. And saved. Redstone block on top and next one. Okay. Just wanted to make sure it's not selected anymore. Be careful with the tree in the background. And same thing again. Tree number 4. Yes. And redstone block on top. Yeah, it's not necessary to do this, but I still want to do it just so I have the preset in the case that I want to reuse it at some point. Close that. Oh wait, does this use different leaves? Or why is it not selecting everything? This oak leaf is 100% not selected. Why? What makes it different? What makes it different to the other oak leaves? Is it its rotation? What is the difference between these two? I actually have no idea. But I don't want to waste too much time on this, so let's just take it as, oh no. I copied in one of the trees down here again. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I should do this off stream. Okay, let's finish this tree and I'm going to do the rest off stream because this is a big time waster right now. Okay. Control C, Control P. And this is oak tree number 5. Save. Yes. Finished. Yeah, that's 5 oak trees. And I'm going to do the rest off stream just so we can keep going for now. Okay, so what are we doing? Ah, yeah, it's comment block stuff. What was it that I wanted to do? I already forgot. Ah, no, yes. Okay. Never mind. What are we doing? I want to be able to activate just one of the, or just have the cinematic view active at one point. So I need to remove whatever thing it is that deactivates the cinematic view. This one. Okay. Just break it. And that should honestly be all. Make this one a repeat command. And now cinematic view should stay on no matter what I do. Also, I could just improve this system real quick because I know what it is that makes it, or like make it a little bit more random. I want to replace this comment, copy it and replace it with robot players at last cam manager 1. So this will increment the last manager scoreboard, last cam scoreboard on the manager by 1. And after that happens, another tag is added. Yeah, right, okay. And right now we have, how many different views is that? 10. Right now we have 10 views, and I want all of them I want all of them to come once before they can repeat. And so that's what I'm going to do here. Execute if score last cam manager matches 10. So if the last cam scoreboard was incremented 10 times, so if 10 different comment blocks were viewed, it will run the command remove tag last from every one of those markers. That is what I want to do. So they will keep their last marker that makes it so they can't be selected again until all of the other comment blocks have been activated once. And after that, what is going to happen is robot player set last cam manager 0. So it gets set back to nothing. It's conditional, so it can only activate after it reached 10. And now if we take a look at the manager, the side view, and if I player set cinematic manager 1, what should happen? You see last cam was incremented by 1, and we will keep this view in mind. This is the amethyst cave. And take a look at the next. Now it is at 2, right? Now it's at 3, 4, 5. We have not had a double one. 7. That's also new. 8, 9. And now the last one doesn't happen. Do we only have 9 comment blocks? Did I miscalculate? No, that would not make like 5. Okay, no, we actually do have 9. So wait, let me robot player set last cam manager 10. So it gets set back to 0 if I activate cinematic. If I if cinematic activates itself, nothing happens. Okay, so this obviously didn't work. So let me check actually if the tag is getting removed. Data get entity at e type marker limit 1 dot nearest last cinematic 10. And this one has one last and cinematic. Okay, so the marker is not getting removed. Run tag at e tag last at viva. How about at all? So everyone with the tag gets removed. I thought at e would be enough, but it seems not. So let's put last cam to 10 again, gets instantly set back to 0, and now these markers still have the tag last. So something is obviously not working. Let's specify this one a little bit further. Type, no, not type advancement, type I can type marker. But does it not let me specify what type I want to tag at a type marker? Oh no, why is it set to needs redstone? I mean, it would make sense if that is the reason why it doesn't work. Last cam 10. If score last cam manager matches 10, run tag at a. Okay, let's remove the type marker again. But instead put it to at a again. And now if the score last cam is 10, which it is, run tag at all remove last, and then set back. Wait, let me do this. Okay, and now technically, okay, last is gone. So if we actually, let me speed this up a little bit by where was it? Yeah, here, if it 1 second is enough. So now the cinematic view will change every second. And you can see last cam is counting up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and nothing happens. So that obviously did not work as intended. What is the problem? Is what I want to ask. First of all, is it removing the tag? No, it's still not removing the tag. So let's test this a little bit further. Say hi. It says hi. Okay, now it works. So the problem is not with recognizing that the score is 10. The problem is with removing the tag. At e tag last. Can it only remove one? Is what I'm fearing right now. But even if, what is stopping it from just repeating the comment, since the score is still on 10? Okay, let's check the marker again. Last cinematic 10. Last cam manager 10 gets instantly set back to 0. That's correct. And the tag is still there. Man, I'm confused. Tag at... Okay, I have an idea. Execute as at a type marker tag last. So now it will run this comment as a marker. So the marker itself is running this comment, and it should remove the tag last from at A or at E. So this is obviously still there. Let's do this. Oh yeah, it removed a lot of markers. Tag marker. Where are all the markers coming from? Okay, so it's obviously removing a lot of markers. But when I look at this, the tag is still here. So something is clearly not working as intended. Tag at A, tag last, remove last. Is it removing the tag from any marker is the question. This one has it, this one has it, this one has it. Also as well, yes. Yes, okay, it's not removing the tag at all. So running it as the marker itself clearly didn't work. What if instead of at E we say at S and we remove the tag specification? So now, okay, tag marker remove last. It has it though. What is going on? Is something here just replacing the let me take this comment and put it into a repeat command right here. That's always active, so it should now. Oh, it doesn't say it in chat, right? Oh, it doesn't say it in chat. Okay, so that's useless. What is the problem? What is the problem? Let me check this. Execute as at a type marker tag last. Run tag at s remove last. Okay, it removed the tag. It removed the tag from all of them. Why are they gone now? Execute. What is actually going on? Is the comment itself or the comment block itself broken? If score last cam manager matches 10. Let's just copy and paste this comment in again and check. So right now it should not be able to give any last tag to any marker. So let's test that. Tag at a type marker dot nearest at last. Added last to 11 entities. I forgot to specify that it's only supposed to be one marker. But anyways, let's test. Okay, the marker got removed from all of them, as it seems. Yes. Wait, what is going on? Why does this marker now have tags that it should not have? This is cinematic. This is... No, that's not... Oh wait, no, this is not markers. My bad. Okay, that was on me. I'm stupid. I feel like we're not going to make any building progress today. Okay, none of the markers have the tag right now. This is how it should be. So let's say if score last cam manager matches 10. So only if the score last cam is on 10, this should activate. So if I now tag this one marker, limit 1, added last to the marker, data get last is there, and if we now put last cam on 10, this should be removed. Yes, it is removed. Okay, so now it worked. Let's go back and scoreboard player set cinematic manager 1. Okay, so we can see last cam is counting up, and if it reaches 10, it should go back to 0 and it should just all continue as normal. Okay, okay. It worked. Let's test it a second time. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, worked. Completely fine now. Yep, okay. So let's turn this off. Now it works. All right. I don't know what the problem was just now. I'm guessing either I mistyped something that I'm unaware of, or I don't even know. Now the only last thing I need to do is if the cinematic gets turned off. So this one execute if score cinematic manager matches 0. This also needs to reset the last cam. So scoreboard player set last cam manager 0. Conditional. And now let's just tag that. Doesn't work. Why should it work? Who am I to think that my comment block stuff would actually work? It's funny, like if I do this stuff off stream, works completely fine, no problem. But if I do it on stream, damn. It's not the first time that I'm struggling so much with comment blocks on stream. Even though I am taking my time with this. Okay, so execute if score cinematic manager match is 0. Stop it. Run. Okay. Doesn't get reset. Execute. I can type execute if score cinematic manager matches 0. Run. Turn conditional off. And last cam still doesn't get reset. What is going on? Is cinematic not turned off? Execute if score cinematic manager matches 0. This is the case. It is on 0. Run scoreboard player set last cam manager 0. Last cam is not on 0. I honestly have no idea. No, it doesn't work. I have no idea why. I am completely confused right now. Did I type anything wrong? Cinematic manager. Cinematic manager. Let's put this on a repeat command. Now it works. Okay, so you know what? There's no reason why this should be in a chain command anyways. So executive score, cinematic manager matches 0, run game rule, do daylight circle false. Okay, I am guessing that it has something to do with this comment not working properly and that resulting in the chain commands not working as well. If I now turn it on, last cam is on 5, last cam is on 0. Okay. I have no idea honestly what is causing this problem, but it's a temporary issue fix. I'm going to work on that more after stream. So what are we doing now? This works fine. Yeah, I guess I can just board objective set sidebar. Nothing. Gone. And okay, that was a very long comment block arc. I'm sorry. That was very unnecessary, but at least now we can start building. And what I want to do today is firstly copy this wall gradient all around this part, all around this the city. Right. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of confused right now. I have seriously zero ideas as to why this didn't work. Okay, so let me firstly build my masks. So gravel, cobblestone, normal stone, I think andesite was in here as well. Yep. Or was it in the gradient? I don't know. I'm guessing it was in the gradient because what I've actually... No, it's not. Okay, so this also gets in here. All of the gradient blocks themselves. Oh wait, cobblestone. We already have cobblestone. And actually, let's actually not include tuff because tuff is in a lot of these buildings. In all of them, to be precise. And actually, give me one moment. I need to, I want to check something real quick. Just to make sure. Okay, okay. Sorry about that. Just want to make a sound check to see if I'm too far away from my microphone. Okay, yeah, let's start. Gradient Painter. Copy this one in, put it into Gradient Helper. Copy in, export, and let's start painting. Oh, and turn on this right here, of course. Wrong side again. I am very good at not choosing the right side when painting this. And yeah, last time we stopped at exactly this, painting the gradient onto the mountainside. And I want to start the stream just by finishing this off. And then I think I want to get to work on all of the streets. We still have some grass left over that I don't want to have here. And okay, this is too much tuff. Let's just be careful while painting. Let me reduce the size. And can you not reset, please? Okay. I have mask surface on again. Oh my god, I just cannot get it right. Okay, one more time. I am so sorry. That was not me. I did not click anything. Okay, that should be correct. Now I need to remove this one again. You can turn the mask size up again. And let's paint. Yeah, that is fine. Now for the downside as well. And right here the mountain opens up a little bit. And so does the gradient. And yeah, we can deal with that later. That's not a priority right now. Okay, now that we have a... Wait. Now that we have a proper look for this entire area, with some nice block variation in here. Oh yes, that was just I wanted to check if there was an air pocket here, but it's fine. Okay, don't worry, we're going to deal with all the dirt later. That's not what we're going to do now, though. For now, I want to get my ground and street gradient or tab out and just start. We don't have any sound. That is bad. Now, I have sound. The question is, do you have sound? Yes, you have. Okay, good. I actually turn my sound, my game sound on up. I hope it's not too loud now. Let me turn it a little bit down again. 41. I want to have some moss in here. Yeah, maybe it's kind of dripping down a little bit. Just it bends in a little bit better. This can be moss as well. Okay, that is honestly completely fine. Now we desperately need a railing here. This is not fine. And I think I already have a good idea as to what I want to have. So let's actually go simple. And yeah, just trapdoors. I know this is very simple, but it works. I can still get some variation in later. There are enough blocks of these that I can use. Okay, yeah, that is honestly, it looks good. Yeah. Okay, and let's keep painting. This little path right here needs just a little bit of extra variation. And some coarse dirt around this side, blending in nicely with the rest. And then we can have moss leading up to the viewing platform. Not too much though, I still want to change some things up at the top of the viewing platform. Of course, it's not finished building yet, so maybe even have a little path going upwards, maybe out of gravel, or I don't even know. I'm just thinking loudly. Oh, yeah. This one needs some coarse dirt. This one as well. Yeah, just need to make sure that underneath the walls isn't that has the right block, so it's not out of place. And yeah, this is also not great. I need to stop middle mouse clicking. I really need to stop doing that. And we can actually do some interior work today even. Maybe if I feel like it. We make enough progress on the wall. Let's add a little door right here. Yeah, all of the buildings still need doors and windows. Matches to some of them now. Why not? Yeah, makes it look a lot more alive, right? Like instantly the vibe is completely different. Now it is actually possible to enter and exit these buildings. Don't worry about the inside. And this one I always felt like it would be a better entrance right on this side, because it will also lead to a more upside path, and this could be a nice view, like if we have some windows here. Let me actually get them in right now. Yeah, why not? No, let's make this the door. And we need to change up the wall blocks. Okay, and all of the rest of the houses have really simple entrance ways. This one has the door right in the middle. This one. Yeah, let's put it here. And this one would be perfect for right here, maybe. With no direct connection to the main road. But instead we can add a window here. But I'm going to do windows later. Yeah, let's go here maybe. I'm really just improvising the doors. And do all of the other houses already have some? No, this one is completely inaccessible as well as having some dirt on the ground. I don't want that. Okay, where's the entrance for this house? Doesn't need to be complicated, maybe just right in here. As long as it's accessible, right? And this, I kind of see this one as some kind of town hall or lobby hall. And yeah, it kind of has that look, right? With the towery kind of side buildings. I don't know. And this one can... Oh, that is not correct. I middle mouse clicked again. And this one can actually have two doors. One right here. And the next one on this side. Yeah, and maybe some back doors would be cool as well. Let's add one here. Just to make level or game traversal a little bit more complicated. I can already see people getting lost in the city. This has a door, this has a door, this as well. One is here. One is here. And I think I also wanted to have a door here, but that wouldn't really fit with the wall being right next to it. Maybe actually I'll extend this building one to the side. But then it wouldn't fit again with the staircase upwards, right? Ah, that's a tricky situation. But I'm sure I can figure it out. Let's just add a railing right now. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, connecting directly with the staircase. And then I also want it to be here. And here as well. I just need to make it safe so nobody falls off, you know. And the stairs are still very unsafe, but we can work on that one later. For now, it's just important to, yeah, make it look a little bit more finished. Oops. Yeah, look, it already just looks so much more complete somehow. It's crazy how much just a simple railing out of a single block can do. And right here we have the next connection between fences and trapdoors. I mean, if only we had vertical half slabs, right? Okay. Yeah, honestly, I really like how this looks. We now only have to deal with all of the grass blocks, and I think I want to make it simple for myself. How about we select a mask and we just paint all of them with moss? That way it looks a little bit more complete for now. And we can still go over it and change things up. But now the overall picture of the city is much more complete. With it all fitting into one color scheme. Yeah, the grass blocks are too grayish. That makes sense. Even though we have pale moss in here. Yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, this needs a railing as well. Oh wait, needs to be here. Oops, okay. Yeah, I don't want people falling off this place. That would be very unfortunate. Oh no, I need to... What's it, fast placement? I mean, fast place is very convenient. But when handling trapdoors, it's also kind of not. Okay, do we have all the important railings for now? Apart from the stairs. But yes, I think we do. Okay. Yeah, I much enjoyed this view a lot more now. And as I said last stream, I want there to be a path that leads a little bit more upwards to maybe some hanging buildings, and I still think that would be nice. But for now, I think I want to block this path off until I have a better plan on that one. Because it might actually not fit that well in with the rest, and we're already almost at the top. Yeah, honestly, now looking at the finished view, this looks a lot better. Also nice view from above. Seeing all the roofs. How many houses do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Not counting the connected buildings in. Yeah, I've seen the underside here. I'm ignoring it for now. Okay, so yeah, let's actually get to... Oh wait, no, we're not done with the stairs, with the road right now. Because if you have paid attention, you would have known that there are some cracks in all of the stairs. apart from the ones at the top. And so I want to add some new cracks. Yeah, not much reason to do it. It just adds a little bit of extra noise. Wait, that might actually be too much. I need to be careful with how many I place. Maybe one down here can't hurt. And maybe also, well, let's not expose the bottom side of the stems. But yeah, one right next to the building is nice. And I can actually live with that. Let's add one more down here. This is a very busy street, so there will be some more cracks down here. Maybe one going to this side as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone is ever going to notice this detail, but I want to build it in anyways. So the marketplace street is of course much more busy, so there are a lot more cracks in here. Yeah, let's keep it that way. And that actually looks nice. Maybe I want to make this one a little bit shorter. Oh, come on. Maybe this is fun. Yeah. Okay. So next thing. I want this bridge to become a city wall. It separates the lowest district from the middle district. And how do we even start? I have not paid too much, or not thought about this too much. Let's just remove the bridge for now. I would pre-build this with yellow wool again. That worked well last time. And I want this actually to be, there's going to be a big tower. Oh, wait, I need to run fast placement on again. There's going to be a big tower on this side that reaches this top cliff up here, because there's going to be a way to the wizard tower that is going to be standing right here. And this tower is going to be connected right with this wall. So yeah, let's say 2 to 3 blocks thick might be enough. Was it too diagonal? It might be actually. Let's go for a different setup. What about 2-1? 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. Yeah, that fits in perfectly, honestly. And it extends right into the next tower. This one's going to be a little bit smaller. 4 blocks in between, 4 blocks in between. Nice. Okay. And then again. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, I don't need to keep counting every time. You know how it goes by now. And yeah, now we only need to get the wall up. And maybe we can take a little shortcut. Yes. Great. Just need to make it even for now, and then we can figure out the rest from that point onwards. And there was a hole right here, right? Yeah. And another one right here. Let's fix that one as well. And make this tower a little bit more even. Yeah, now that I have started uploading shorts and stuff, I still think that making bigger videos could be great. But it definitely dropped a little bit on my priority list. I still want to do them. I just don't know really how right now, because my editing style is very fast-paced. And that fast-paced editing style doesn't really sit well with me when it comes to long-form content. So yeah, I will have to think about that a little bit further before actually starting to make these very big projects. I know there are a lot of Minecraft YouTubers out there who use this fast-paced editing style for their long-form content. Like if you look at any 100-day Minecraft videos, it becomes very obvious that they all kind of use a very similar editing style, which is fine. The editing style is very, very well made, very high quality. Even though there's a little bit too much of that kind of content on YouTube at this point, I believe. But that's not a topic. But yeah, I don't think that it would really fit for me personally. On a personal level, like, of course, the content would probably do pretty well, especially if I'll upload it on parts or in parts on as shorts or something like that. But it's not on my, it's not what I really want to do. I was thinking that maybe having some Minecraft footage in the background while I talk about some kind of topic would fit me a little bit better. But honestly, I am still not very sure. This is a question that I need to think about for a while before I can start making these videos. Because of course editing takes a lot of time, especially if you do big projects. And so I want to be 100% sure that what I'm doing is the right thing before I actually start. Because otherwise I'm just wasting a lot of my time. How about I make this one just a little bigger? 2 blocks maybe, so it fits in better with the very big tower on the other side. Then I also want to have connecting walls right here. So let's pull this up a little bit. And actually get it on the same height. Yes. Same for this side. Oh, that's one too high. All right. Yeah, now this is properly blocked off, which is exactly what I'm going for. Oh wait, I think I forgot something. Give me a few seconds. Yes, okay. Back. I had my AFK timer turned off. Yeah, this is 4 blocks high, not that high, but we're still adding some walls on top, so that should be fine. What blocks are we using? I'm thinking... Well, I'm not thinking at all. So, okay, let's just expand this layout a little bit for now. I don't like to have corner entrances, as we can see with the castle. Just doesn't look nice. If I'm being completely honest, it just doesn't look nice. So I want to improvise a little bit and add like an extra platform where the actual entrance is going to be. So like here. Same goes for this side. Okay, so the middle district is going to have a little bit less space. But I was thinking, what is the relationship between the different districts? And considering that we have a big wall here, I would imagine there was some kind of event in the past where the lower district was maybe at war with the middle and upper district. And when the guards on these walls needed to take cover, then of course taking cover on the side of the enemy is not really a good idea. So they would move behind to the middle district where their allies are. And so there would be an entrance right here and not right here. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So yeah, the relationship between the two sides are not very good. And I'm really just making this up as I build. So yeah. But there's still going to be a big gate that leads to the other side. It's not just going to be a flat wall with nothing. Maybe this gets used as some kind of trade route. You know, if the lower districts maybe needs food or whatever. If they need new resources, then they can receive them through this gate. I just need to make sure that this is even, but we can figure that one out later actually. Let's just build for now and hope that it lines up. That looks fine, to be honest. Yeah. Apart from that one. Wait, this is actually one too far up. Well, let's get all of them up by one. Okay, yeah. That makes sense now. Okay. Now I did a mistake again. I made it all out of one color, so let's fix that now by box selecting the two towers and replacing the yellow wool with, let's use, there is no aqua wool, it's cyan wool. And let's replace this tower as well with, what color are we using? Lime. Okay. And let's now take in a new mask, select andesite, and paint in all of the yellow wool. You see why I separated them? So I can only paint the wall and not the towers. So that I can customize the towers a little bit better later. I do have the inside as well. Yes, mask surface doesn't even exist, so I would assume that we have painted everything. Right? Yes, okay. And let's just so it fits in a little better. Now take the cyan wool and turn it into stone bricks. Makes you question why I turned it cyan wool in the first place when I could have just did this one from the very beginning. Okay, but now here we are, so let's just keep going. And the lime wool is what block would be nice? Yeah, maybe just some stone. Maybe just some simple stone. And if not, we can still edit it later. We are not fixed to the block that we choose right now. Oh yeah, wait, maybe stone actually isn't that great of an idea, because there's a lot of... Well, no, there is no stone in the walls. I just forgot to replace it. Okay, so now this already makes a lot more sense. Uh, where are we going from here though? So we have this weird building style problem right now, where the lowest district is vastly different from the middle district. And the middle district is as well vastly different from the fortress that leads to the castle. As you can see, the fortress is overgrown and full of shading and gradient stuff and what do I know. While the houses are all very similar looking on one side and then don't have any shading apart from the roof and the stems. But the rest, the details that stick out the most all look very similar. Yeah, I definitely need to rework the houses at a later point. Yeah, maybe breaking them down a little bit, adding a lot more moss patches and some darker spots here and there. Yeah, I'm not completely satisfied with how the houses look. Uh, but yeah, that's also kind of why I stopped working on them for now, because I wanted to take the time to think about them and build what I know how to build firstly. Which is... One moment. Let's not make this harder than it needs to be. Yeah, actually, let's let's finish one thing first. Oh, wrong side again. My bad. I'm just not learning right. Oh wait, if I touch the skybox, the thing gets removed completely. Okay, good to know, I guess. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot better now. Let's fix some texture stuff here, so it's not all one block. Yeah, we can deal with that later. Not to be too big of a deal right now. I just want to make everything done so we can get this wall going. And I can actually make it even more easy for myself by just dragging the block I want. Hello, let me... Okay. By just dragging the block I want over the wool. Oh, I made it harder for myself than it had to be. Isn't that right, YouTube? Yeah. Okay. So what now? I'm kind of stuck because of the style differences. I want the side of the wall that looks at the lower district to be a little bit more rougher than the other side. Like the side that looks at the middle district is more or better maintained, not as dirty maybe. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I don't want to overdo it with tough. We've already used so much tough. What if I just build this in the same style that I've built the fortress in? Honestly, that would work just fine. Yeah, honestly, let's just copy all the gradients over and try it out. Okay, so let me actually take the gradients from the towers themselves. So we have this one right here, which is a very simple one. There is actually not any andesite. This is a very dark gradient. I've made it very complicated for myself. Let's look at the inside. Okay, we have smooth basalt, then deep slate, then cyan concrete, then tough. Okay, I copied it correctly. Great. Now we have andesite, dead coral block, tough, mossy cobblestone, and moss. And for the next one, we have the different walls, which is going to be cobblestone wall, mossy cobblestone wall. I think tough wall was in here as well at one point. Yeah, tough wall. And then we have the darker blocks, which is deep slate brick wall. Yeah, I remembered the name. Polished deep slate wall. Yes, and blackstone wall. Oh my god, I remembered all the names. Perfect. Now for the full blocks, we have polished deep slate, polished. Oh, that's both the same. Um, Polished. No, deep slate brick, cracked deep slate tile. Oh, okay. I forgot. Okay, that should honestly be all of them, right? Oh no, blackstone, right? Okay. Now it's all of them. Let me actually get the slab variation out. Deep slate. Deep slate tile slab. Oh, we don't have the cracked version. Okay, okay. And blackstone slab is fine. What else did we have? Right here, this one. We have mossy cobblestone, tough, deep slate, cyan terracotta, and stone. And we have some stair variations here and here as well. Just two? Oh well, okay. I can actually throw these in with the other ones. And okay, some special blocks. And that's actually, oh wait, not quite, not quite. Okay, that was not worth it. Okay, anyways. Last one is this right here. Okay, now we can just start looking at how this might be done. I want to keep it in a similar style. So we have two towers. These can obviously use this gradient, and two walls, and these can use the same gradient as the wall. So this one. Let's just start, right? Yeah, why not? Okay, some blocks need to be removed. And let's connect the moss tiles. Okay. Now we have mossy cobblestone right beneath that. Yeah, I'm doing all of this by hand again. Mossy cobblestone right beneath. And here we go. We have some more tuff. Because I just cannot let go of tuff. It's such an amazing block. What are you expecting me to do at this point? Honestly, tuff is, I think, my second favorite block right behind moss. They have really cooked a lot with the blocks in the Caves and Cliffs update. Not so much, in my opinion, with the content. Like, the content that is there is amazing. I cannot even deny that. But I feel like there is just so much missed potential. Like, we had Amethyst Caves, which is amazing. No questions asked. But why are we limiting the colors to only purple? What I would have wished for myself was having more different color variations of amethysts. Like having, doesn't even need to be called amethysts, like just having green crystals, red crystals, maybe a full crystal cave that is made out of crystal structures that are kind of glass-like, that are purely for decoration. Or you could also use them as armor trims, so you don't have to use ores anymore. Like, what was stopping them from doing that? I think, yeah, using ores as an armor trim is cool. Like, you can flex that you have all these rare resources and stuff. But then again, like having to copy the armor trims of diamonds is already cool. I really love that diamonds are getting more uses because diamonds are, in the moment you reach deep slate, I say, netherite, you don't really need any diamonds anymore. In most cases, of course, there are exceptions, and but usually you just don't need diamonds anymore. And so having to use diamonds to copy the what is it called? Oh, wait, where are they? Gradients? Yeah, the armor trims is cool. I really like that. But I think the trims themselves would be nice if it was possible to also use different materials. And this is, I think, where the crystals would come in perfectly. Like if we had different colored crystals and you could use them to create custom colors like you can with leather armor. If you could create armor trims in every single color that you can imagine, that would be amazing. I don't see how that could be in any way a bad update. Not that anyone has said that, but I think that would be, honestly, that is one of the top one things that I would wish Mojang would add. Not even an end update or something like that. Just more cave variations. The ones we got are already an amazing step. I really love them. In terms of biomes, I don't really enjoy exploring them, but we can talk about that at a later point. But the idea itself that they had and that they implemented is absolutely amazing. Like, really, it is. It's just the amount of missed potential is what I'm kind of salty about. And it's not just like different colored crystals. That's the top one thing that I wish for. So it's, of course, at the top of my head. I don't really. What was there was another thing that I really would have liked. I can't remember right now. But yeah. Also, I would have loved to maybe have a new entity for the moss caves. Maybe an entity that hides in the glowberries. And like, you remember in the first mob vote, we had this underwater creature that could grab you and pull you underwater. I think something like that, but it's hanging on the top of the cave, and it's like mouth kind of looks like a glowberry. And so if a player tries to reach out for it and grab it, then they could be pulled up. I literally just made that up, but in a way, I think that could weirdly fit Minecraft. But yeah, I'm just talking. But I do love Minecraft a lot, so I would love to see this game improve even more than it already has. The top highlight for every single update for me personally definitely are the new blocks that come in. Like, being able to use all of these new blocks in my own way. I mean, you can see what I'm doing with that, right? Moss and tough and the different variations and how they all fit together. I just love mixing and matching all the different colors that Mojang gives us. Okay, and right now I'm kind of lost. I want to have these towers to have a fun structure. But then again, I'm not sure what kind of... Wait, maybe let me take out this palette right here. I don't know. No, I don't think that could work. I'm thinking of mixing a different building style of mine. Like using a lot of arches like this. Or could that fit in? Do we just try it out? Do we gamble? So it would be yeah, let me actually change this tower a little bit. Make it one smaller, I think. So it's easier to edit. Yeah, so right now we can have this. Honestly, it could be cool. Okay, let's try it out. Why not? Maybe I was wrong and this building style can actually work. Okay, how many blocks are we using? Nope. Ruler, please. 6. Okay. Oh, look, that actually fits in perfectly. And then if we took the top of the tower and maybe build like a fancy roof, the same style as this tower right here, or a similar style. Let's just copy this design around the tower for now. Flip, and on this side, yes. And one more time. Would that work? Do we just go with it? It is definitely a different style of builds. But if I paint it in the right gradient, then maybe perhaps. Do I use slabs in between? Let's look at that. Or does it look too flat? Too flat, honestly. Okay, and if I now... Let's just do it with the gradient painter, so it's a little bit easier. I now place these 3 blocks. Copy them in here, please. Oops. Okay, I would want to have the dark part on the bottom. Okay, you know what? I'm going with that. I like the design. I really do. Oh yes, okay. Let's the inside could still be a little bit different though. Let's just check this one out again. Let's try it. Maybe that could actually be great. Say it could be. Also, let's do the same thing again and do it with the gradient paint. I don't really want to paint this by hand right now. Uh, make this very small. Oops, wrong side again. Yeah, I can repeat myself. I'm just not learning. But you get the point. I think maybe not include blackstone. Or basalt was that, right? My bad. Handmade looks better, unsurprisingly. Even though I'm also just really placing it randomly. But maybe it's because the size is smaller. Yeah, like look at it places the very dark blocks at the very top, which I do as well, but or like other way around. Yeah, this is still random, but it looks random in a different way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let's do this by hand. Also, like maybe having one of these drips some moss. Damn, I can't. My brain just stopped working right now. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it looks very it looks way too different. Let's change up the pattern. Oops. Oh no, yeah, right. I placed this by hand now. So that means I need to reverse it by hand. Well, I could use Axiom, but let's just do it like this for now. Oh, I already have a good idea what today's or tomorrow's shot is going to be. I think I want to do the cliffs in the forest. These. That could work very well. Okay, so I put in all of the blocks. And where are we starting? At the top, okay. And I start at the top, go all the way down. Well, it fits in a lot better now. Yeah, but now it is definitely the different build styles clashing. So one way to fix that would be to add some bricks to this wall as well. Right now it's also very flat, so let's do that. If I were to add bricks for this, I would do it around the gate. Maybe make it diagonal. Ah, that doesn't really work. Oh wait, maybe it does. Nope. Let's just stick with that. It's simple. And yeah, it does look kind of like it's going to the side, but well, that's just how it is now. Honestly, that's not as bad as I imagined it would be. I was completely ready for a big disappointment right now. Let's take out the mossy cobblestone bricks. No, not infested, please. And just very roughly paint over these blocks. Yeah, it is in a way definitely two styles clashing. I do see that. But let's just trust the process and hope for the best. Because it could very well also turn out to be a banger. Okay, maybe I need to do this. Make the shape a little bit more defined. It is a little bit too strong. Like, yeah, the blocks themselves, I think this looks great. But it's the composition, like it's, as I've repeated many times now, it's two different styles clashing together. And this time, sadly, it doesn't work. So let's remove some of these, maybe. Maybe I can find a way to make this work, actually. If we have the arches only at the very top, maybe. Well, it is different now. I'm not sure if it's what I want to go for. Maybe I'm overcomplicating things. Yeah, what if... I think having the arches in here itself could be great, but maybe it's the colors and not the colors, the texture. Let's try changing the bricks out for these blocks. Ah, I removed the mask. Wrong. Okay, one more time. Oh. Can you please select the right block now? Okay, thanks. Darkest part on the top? No, I don't think so. Oh yes, definitely. 100%. That's a lot better. Oh my god. Okay, let's paint it all or place all the blocks the way it should be. Okay, so the style does work. I just needed to work on it a little bit more. It is 100% the color or the texture choice. Oh man, yeah. Okay, this might blend in a little bit too much, honestly. Okay, but if we keep the bricks only for the wall, that actually works. Yeah, it totally does. Let's keep it that way. Save this as fortress outline for now. And remove all of them. and instead paste in the wall texture and then save that one as well. Can you please select the right blocks? Fortress wall. Okay, remove this. Can actually remove the wool blocks as well now. Okay, okay. Now actually let me put, edit another mask. Okay. And now, right, we start at the top right. Oh, that was not my intention. Okay, let's not stand inside of the walls for now. Oh, okay, okay. I understand. Maybe I should stay inside. Okay. And we can just replace the moss on the ground. That's not too big of a deal. Yes. Okay. Okay. Maybe we actually do have some up-to-date content for tomorrow's short. I thought maybe today we don't really have enough time to. Or my plans are too big for one entire short. Maybe I cannot finish it in time. But it seems like I can. Because we still have more than enough time to finish this entire fortress thingy. It's not really a fortress, it's just a wall. Yeah, I'm not good with using the correct names for these places. So excuse me on that one, please. Also, if you've noticed, with the cinematic cameras that are running at the start of the stream every time, after every stream, I go back and I place another camera view. Just so every time we build something, you can be sure to see that building in the next camera shot on the next stream. That's how I keep the amount up, so that we have some nice variation at all times. Okay, okay. Well, as you can see, I have extended this tower one out, so we have enough space for the arches. And yeah, it's really just the same pattern as this one again. Yeah. Okay, so we have 5 blocks. And then we have another 5 blocks. Great. Just a few more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. Okay. Yeah, we are making some good progress right now. 4, 5. And that's it. Oh wait, I forgot to paint this side in. We have fortress outline. And did we start at the... Oh, we start at the bottom. I can never remember. Because there's no consistency in my building style. I just place things as I feel fit in the moment. And it ends up with me having no idea what we're even doing. But that's fine. That's just part of who I am and how I build. Very chaotic. Oh wait, no, I cannot increase the size right now. Because we need to be careful not to paint the wrong wall right now. Okay, now we're fine. Okay. Now for the inside. Fortress. Fortress Plaza, right. No, Fortress Wall. Hey, be careful not to paint the wrong things again. And that's great. Okay, so we have painted in a lot. Oh no, wait, I forgot this side. Let's do that now. So we have one line connecting everything. Don't worry, I'm going to be making, or yeah, making it right with the moss in a bit. Now I just need to figure out the distance. Okay, now I don't want to have one here. Maybe 3 blocks. Then 3 more blocks. Now this at the top. And that works just fine. Now let's just place these into the moss. Okay. And now fortress outline. That's not right. Oh yeah, no, I don't have this one set up. My bad. Okay, all the different bricks and for anyone wondering in the VODs later, every time I tap out, it's YouTube pausing my playlist. Because YouTube is just like that for some reason. Very annoying, but yeah. Okay. Let's actually use the bricks to build the roof. That could be a nice change of blocks. And I want to start by building out of full blocks and then transition over to walls. So yeah, this is another roof that is not meant to be walked on. Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. Do we have tough brick walls? Yes, we have. Perfect. Maybe right here? Not sure. Definitely here. Okay, let me only do one side and then copy and paste it over. And yeah, one wall on top of all of these. And now we can take this entire roof, just copy it on top of here, and we're done. Oh yeah, I really like this roof design. Oh, I enjoyed this a lot. Just need to add a little bit of extra color. So we have a proper gradient for the walls. And then do we have more brick walls? Stone brick, tough brick, deep slate brick. Oh wait, deep slate brick is already this one. Where'd my top wall go? Disappeared. And polished black stone brick wall. Yes. I feel like that maybe not actually. Let's stick with the lighter colors. So cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. Mossy cobblestone going into tough. Tough going into cobblestone, cobblestone going into no this way. Oh yeah, that's great. Okay, I was thinking for a moment. Let's use the full block variations and turn on type replace mode. Tough and polished blackstone. Oh wait, no, I'm not using blackstone. Forgot. Stone bricks. Now copy this over. Select all of the blocks that oops, that I need. So only 2. Turn on. Do I have type replace? Type replace on. Okay, I get it. I need to be careful. Okay, what if we go the other direction? Make this 3, start at the top, make our way down. Yeah, that's better, honestly. Oh, that looks amazing. Oh yeah, I love this design. That is an amazing fortress type thing. Okay, let's do the road now. Firstly, I want to flatten this out a little bit. By hand, yes. Okay. Now take out the blocks I need again. Extend the design to the ground properly. Wait, this one actually had all the blocks I need. Here as well. Okay, and we can deal with the actual... let's just make this completely free for now. We can stack blocks on this wall later. Okay. Take out the grass. Wait. Okay, you can hear this. I was worried for a moment that you cannot hear the grass block. Yeah, because for my shots I like to increase the block plays and break sounds because it's very relaxing, I think. And I also believe that a lot of people probably like hearing the building sounds, which is why a lot of people watch this kind of content. So I want to make sure that it's properly hearable. Especially when I do like this kind of work, this is very satisfying to listen to. I always make sure to keep it in the recording. Yeah, usually while editing I edit the in-game Minecraft sounds up to maximum. So they are at a nice volume. because I have my game set so low, it's actually not... Oh no. Not... Okay, that's fine. Not that loud. I keep messing up. Stop it. Tough. Okay, okay. And yeah, I mean, me included. I love the blaze and break sounds from Minecraft. And I would honestly watch, unironically watch or listen to these sounds in the background. Okay, let's just make it one diagonal. Yo, we finally removed all the wool blocks from the lowest district. Amazing. Okay, this door needs a proper entranceway, so let's have some mud bricks there as well. This one doesn't have one, I know, but who cares? A little bit of inconsistency is fine. Okay, let's maybe not paint this one with mud though. And this course dot can eventually go into moss. Why are they... Okay, here we have our usual 1 pixel space. Why don't we have it with this one? What is so different about this plant that it needs to be a full block? Well, you're not going to exist at all now. Congratulations. I'm going to replace it in a bit. And moss. Okay, that's fine. I need to be more careful with how I place. Okay. Now carefully not to paint the wrong walls. And this could be used as some kind of backyard where maybe some things are stored. I can imagine that to be some crates, some tree stems, maybe even a field of mud like this one. Yeah, this place doesn't really have any stables for horses, but I wouldn't know what they need horses for anyways. Well, okay, if they travel out. Yeah, okay, I'm stupid. But you get the point. Okay, this one for some reason has a tough block in here, which is not correct. Okay. Now the road needs some stairs. Let me actually do that with Tinker. And Yeah, so this is very broken up. Yes, okay. Now let's go and add some plants that I've missed. Yeah, all of these houses don't have any roots right now. So let's add some of those. And after that, we also have tall, dry grass. Tall, dry glass. I wouldn't want to have dry glass on my dirt. Imagine people growing glass in their backyards. That could honestly make for a very funny piece of world building in some kind of world. Where grass is a plant, glass is a plant. Damn, I confused grass for glass and now I'm confusing glass for grass. Okay, I need to stop talking about this. I'm sorry. Oops. And my inventory is at that point again where it's so full that where I don't even know where stuff is anymore. Which eliminates the whole point of Axiom's extended inventory. Make your inventory more organized. Because I keep pressing middle mouse button, I need to stop doing that. Honestly, I should just rebind my key. Remove it completely. Okay. Actually, when I think of long form content right now, it just came to my mind. If I already make a short about building this fortress, why not also just make the same content, but or like make a stream highlights video, you know? That is all these 3 hours cut down into like 10 minutes. And it's a part of me talking, part of me building, with longer clips that don't cut after like half a second. That could be one thing I can do. Maybe I can actually do that. Not too bad. Too bad of an idea. Okay, there's a lot of tall dry glass. Tall dry glass now. Don't want to overdo it though. One more here and that's enough. Oh damn. You know, it's kind of like a dream coming true. Like ever since the very first things I ever did in Minecraft was on one side having the basic survival world that everyone has, but also building a city. And ever since I can remember, I've been trying to build a city in Minecraft. And now I'm standing here looking over the city that I've built, and something about that feels so good. like a decade-long quest finally coming to an end. I mean, we're still not done with this city, of course, but I do kind of get that feeling right now. And I also really enjoy how this turned out. Like, this entire look for me is very nostalgic, and I love the colors, I love the blocks. Yeah, I'm very, very happy about the city. I'm going to go all out on the law on this one. Oh yeah, I'm so excited to build the law for the city. I mean, we already have some kind of law pieces with the lower district seemingly being in a war with the upper district, and them having built a wall to keep the other people or the lower district out while they slowly rot in here. The upper district has a great time with their big houses. And also we have that piece of world building with the soul lantern, or with just soul lighting in general, that there seems to be a tradition in this land where the soul of dead people is captured and then used as some kind of light source. This could be seen as a religious act, could be seen as, oh, what do I know? But the idea is there, you know. But now we do still need to build the other side of this fortress. Otherwise, this isn't done. So I want to have some more cleaner blocks. Also, I can make this easier for myself by... Yeah, do we make this easy? Oh wait, actually, now considering that the fortress right here, that is like literally gutting the castle with the king and the queen inside, is also completely overgrown and fallen apart. Why would this one be any better? Right? Yeah, why would this one be any better? Okay, so we just do the same thing over again. That's not too bad. Oh yeah, I have some great ideas for this law of this land. I just need to figure out the amount of notes that I want to write, because still I want people to experience the story and not feel overwhelmed the amount of notes that they have to collect and then like break up their gameplay just so they can read some pieces of lore that I've written. I want to make sure that it's not too intrusive on the gameplay experience, so that maybe even some people who are more interested in the gameplay can have a great time with the story. This is a very important thing to keep in mind. Like, if I look at a lot of AAA games these days, a lot of them like to use like notes from dead characters or what do I know to tell a story. And the idea itself is amazing. I love the concept of reading notes and figuring out the story by myself. Amnesia the Bunker did it by far the best in my opinion. But it's still, every time you find a note and it's pages upon pages of text, it breaks up gameplay and in a very unnatural way. Because you were just exploring, maybe fighting some enemies, and now you're standing still reading something, a book, you know? And reading itself is fun, but even as a person who loves reading, it is annoying. It is unironically annoying if there are too many notes to read, and every few steps I take, if I like run for 5 minutes and then I have to stop and read for 3 minutes, that is annoying. Because if I want to read a book, I'm going to read a book, not play a game. And I like visual novels, that's not a problem. But it's the way it advertises itself as a game with gameplay and then throws this much text at me. That is the problem. Not the fact that there's text in the first place. Again, I love reading. But yeah, so I definitely want to make sure when building the story for this place that it is told in a quick and seamless way so that people can read the notes without feeling annoyed by the amount. I have been doing that with all of the areas so far, but it's still a challenge every time to bring or convey the most amount of information possible with the least amount of notes possible. Yeah, it is a challenge, but I am willing to take it. Oh, no! Oh, that's bad. Okay, it's not too bad, but still. Jump scares me every time. And yeah, I like reading, but in a game you need to limit the amount desperately because a lot of gamers don't like reading, which is sad, but you can't really blame them for that because reading in today's age is really forced upon a lot of people in a way that makes them not appreciate it but actually actively hate it. And that is the problem. Because reading is not a painful, boring experience. You need to find a lot of the fun yourself, yes. But once you find it, reading can honestly be one of the most incredible experience one can have. Yeah, and I think learning to have fun while reading is what schools should teach. But the way schools do it right now is they give you a book, they say, here, homework, read till chapter, I don't know what, at home, and that's it. And then instead of like having a fun discussion about that in class, you know very well that you are only learning that for the test that is about to come. And that is where we are going wrong, because now people are not treating books as a way of experiencing a story anymore. They are treating stories or books as a way of doing your homework. And doing your homework is already a thing that a lot of people don't like. And yeah, I think schools should definitely put more emphasis on having fun while reading. You know, you can tell your students to read and grade them based on that without making it painful. That is very much possible. By having fun, what is it called? Discussions. Maybe talking about theories about what could happen, what has happened. Not making it like painful in a way that you know the memes about English teachers uh, discussing the smallest line of words for hours. Something like that is where it becomes unfun again. But if you make some good progress in class, maybe even reading together, like we had that in my school a lot of times, where everyone in class was assigned one character, and we would read in that order. So one was, or multiple people were like the storyteller that reads the line in between, and they would switch out every now and then. And then every time you would reach a character speaking, then that person that was assigned that character in class would read out the line and act out the line. And that is what I thought was extremely fun. And that is what I think more schools should do. That is a way of mixing theater and reading and also teaching at the same time. That is made in a very fun and engaging way. And of course, there will still be people who don't like it, but it is definitely a lot better than just telling the students to read at home and then answer questions about that in class later. Yeah. But well, for me personally, reading in class was always a highlight of the year. Like we usually had like one book per year that we would read, and that was some of the most fun I had in school in general, even reading at home because I love reading. And actually, one of the book series that we read in school, I actually went ahead and bought the entire series myself afterwards and read the entire series. So yeah, it can be fun if they do it the right way. But most of the time they don't, sadly. Okay. But I wanted to look at the blocks I'm using. Right. Okay, now here we need this small line and some of those, and that's totally fine. Let's even keep these away. Oh yeah, that is a very cozy view somehow. And what did we use at the top? Oh no, yeah, right, I placed some plants and mossy cobblestone as a transition over to andesite. But yeah, I get it. There will still always be people who don't enjoy reading, and that's completely fine. But yeah, I think school could definitely do a better job at least trying to make students like reading. And reading as a class is definitely my favorite example for that. Because everyone has like an assigned character and you need to read, and so you are automatically always engaged with the story because you need to keep up with where your next line is. And a lot of fun will come naturally just from doing that, I think. Okay, now we have built a lot of... Oh wait, there's some blocks missing down here. We've basically finished this wall, this fortress. I can still also add a lot of gameplay in here, which is great. And what do we do now? Yes, no, I wanted to add some plants on top. So let's get out the grass, short grass, tall grass, and fern, please. Large and small as well. And yeah, just place it. Oh wait. Freeze frame. Yeah, okay, freeze frame. It's not even called freeze frame, it's no update. Damn. Maybe block off this entrance a little bit. Make it harder to see that maybe you can go inside from here. Yeah, also this is not aligned, don't worry, I'm going to deal with that later. Okay. Come one down here as well, and some tall grass again, and now this side. And then we also have the towers left that need some plant life. Oh, but there isn't too much space here, so maybe just a little bit in between here and there. Don't worry, I'm going to fill this in eventually. Yeah, okay, and this side. I forgot about this side. And one more time on top, and then we are practically done. Yes, oh, I very much like this view. Maybe I could add some lighting. Did we place some lighting on this fortress? I don't think we did. No, we did not. Okay. Oh, no lighting then. But I still want to look at this with shaders for now. And one time in the dark. And one time at day. Time set. What time do we use? 6000. Oh wait, that's my bad. I have a command block setup that automatically turns it night time. It should be, which one is it? Is it this one? No. No, it's in the cinematic view. Yeah, this one. Needs redstone. Not this one? Was I? Oh no, this is daylight cycle, right? This one. Yeah, right. Okay. Wait, let me do tick right. Let's do 2. So I fly a lot slower. Yeah, maybe a little bit quicker. 5 is good. Yeah, tick rate actually changes your flight speed. So if you want to fly slower than normal, then using the tick rate is a great way to do that. Just don't forget what the default is. Okay, let's turn off shaders because it's laggy. My potato PC doesn't like shaders. Okay, so we have an entrance on this side and on this side as well. So let's get a little path going, right? And that path can lead right into the tower. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why I shouldn't fly backwards. That one is totally on me. It doesn't need to be too even. I'll make it smoother later anyways. Now what are we doing with this wall? Do I just leave it like that? Or do I make it a little bit sharper down the line? I could make it sharp and then add some support beams. That could honestly work very well. Let's try it out. Remove the mask. Elevation. Flatten. Okay, let's keep it at 64 and decrease the radius. Decrease it even more and make it completely flat. I just need to be careful not to, yeah, right, not to touch any buildings. The rest I can do by hand. Now this one, there's actually supposed to be a little wall in here. But I can deal with that later. And let's make it all crossed out for now. So I have a better view of how this place is looking. So many different dirt blocks in here. Okay, so now again, a little path. I want this to maybe go in like a little curved line like this. So that means it would naturally go a little bit more round at this point and then, yeah, like that. Oh, YouTube, stop it. Maybe not so close to the pillar. Okay, I can work with that. So now let's add some packed mud. Okay, that is almost great. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit too big on this bottom side right here. Let's shave it off a little bit. Yeah, okay, this is a much better shape now. And then some moss further in. Yeah, of course, paint the mountain again. Okay. And just a little bit of moss on this side. And we need... Oh wait, I don't like how this is one diagonal view. Let me break it up a little more. So more space on this side. And then maybe a little bit less on this one. Okay, that is a lot better now. And so we can place a railing. Oops, not the campfire. Okay, let me place all of the ones on one side for now. And then... Okay, does that work? That's the question now. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. Okay, I can still fix it though. Good enough. I was thinking maybe I could rotate them all at once, but because of the way I placed it, that wouldn't work. Okay, so we have a railing. That is nice. I can't help but feel really cozy in this city. I would live here, to be honest. Okay. Oh yeah, and some cracks in the road. Okay. And of course, we have a wall that separates these two districts from each other. So people don't just walk from the lower district to the middle district. So yeah, okay, this is a very simple wall, I know. Nothing too crazy, but it serves its purpose. So I guess that's alright. Yeah, and of course we have not done any interior yet. I will get to the interior at a later point, but that is a lot of work, as you can see. All these different houses, almost none of them have the same shape and size. So that's a lot of individual interiors that I need to make. Okay, let's add a door. And the classic polished andesite on top. And with that, we have actually built a really big amount today. This is some amazing progress. This entire fortress wall. Okay, let me fix some of the entrances right now. Now I see the problem. Yeah, this extends right into a wall. But this will need to be a 2-block entrance. Let's not fall off. Yeah, okay, but that is honestly okay. Not the greatest, but well, it is what it is, right? Um, okay, we need a gate. What have I done for this one? Nothing, okay. I could technically leave it open. But no, that's kind of against the point. Let's oops, my bad. Let's connect the two walls for now. Close it off completely. Yeah, wait, these are on 2 different heights, right? So I need to improvise a little bit. Why did I build them on 2 different heights? What is wrong with me? I cannot tell if it looks correct or not. Maybe one more to the front. No, it definitely does not look correct. Oh, yeah, it's because of how I built, right? So let me add another block right here. And now we have this going on that extends to that part. We need some space here. Maybe like that. And we have this point that... what have I done? Help me. Okay, we go one block. Yes. Then we go 1 block up. Yes. No, let's go with 2 blocks actually. Oh, but it's not just diagonal upward, but it's not just upwards, but it's diagonal upwards. Which means, okay, this doesn't really have a defined shape. I need to improvise. Yeah, that one is totally on me. I built this horrible shape. Oh, okay, I guess it serves its purpose. Let's keep it that way. Add some spruce fences that close this gate off. Wait, maybe they should be underneath. Yes. This one is wrong. Okay. That is now blocked off. We could add some trapdoors in between, or like at the sides. But I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, maybe not. And maybe the side to the middle district is actually blocked off with walls. Because maybe there's some kind of smell coming through, or... Yeah, let's just block it off using walls. that is correct, that is correct. Okay, and this one can actually go back a little bit. Yeah, I don't even know what this shape is, really. Okay. Good enough. Never mind. I need to manually extend all of these upwards. And now it should connect properly and look all right. Yes. And we can still add some kind of different thing to like keep or pull this wall up. But for now, this is completely fine. Okay, so where are we going from here? Okay, the middle district is not finished by a long shot, by very much. Like if we look at this, that looks nice. Then I go to the other side. It's kind of like the middle district is suddenly just turning into the low district, which is funny. But somehow it's also not funny, I guess. Okay. But I think I don't want to start building the middle district this stream. We are almost done, and maybe there's some leftover stuff that I can improve right here. Let's do the railings for the stairs. I do this completely out of oak instead of spruce. I physically can't because there's a block in the way. Oh, I'm great. Okay, well, I'll deal with that. This is scuffed, but it will have to do. Okay, this actually works. Now let's do the same for this one. Can I use smear for that? I'm sure I can. Come on, Axiom, don't disappoint. Yeah, perfect. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. And now the way it extends downwards is obviously all of the walls are not quite finished yet. And let's clone this one over here and smear it up. Okay, nice. We have a proper railing for all of the stairs now. And not just for the stairs, we have just a proper railing for everything now. Mm. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure what else we could do today. This is practically it. I have not planned for the middle district yet, so I wouldn't want to get into that today. I'm still very unsure. Also, this place could become a marketplace. That was the intent from the very beginning. Though I have no idea how to actually build a marketplace. So yeah, also no plans for that. I guess I will just stop at this point, make some plans for next time, and then we can get into building the middle district, maybe even the wizard tower. I don't know where we're going to start next time, but as you can see, we have finished 1/3 of the city, which I'm very proud about. Maybe we're even a little bit further in, because we already have this big fortress and we have all the house presets for the middle district. So maybe we are like 45% done, if I had to guess. But yeah, this has been a very nice stream. I've made a lot of progress, which I'm very happy about. And next stream is going to be on Monday, 4 to 7 p.m. Central European time. If you want to know when that is in your time zone, please feel free to look at my schedule tab here on Twitch. And until then, I hope you have a nice evening, day, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you next time. Bye.